and say hi. Oh, that light is getting us. Why don't you come over here and see if anybody hops on. Hey guys, this is Jen. I'm here with Mom. We're gonna do some podcasting later, spoiler alert. But I wanted to come in and show you guys how I knit since I've got my mom here. Hey Greg. Hey, oh, Knitworthy girls, yay!
Hi,
oh,
guys.
Such a fun crowd. We'll give people a second to hop on, and then I figured while Mom was here, I could have her hold the phone so that I can show you how I knit. So, I hope everyone's having a good afternoon. It is snowy and crazy here for spring in Massachusetts, but we're getting by. So,
Hey.
All right, well, why don't we flip this camera around and we will get started. And then Mom's gonna if there's any questions or comments.
No, that could be tough.
I won't be able to see them. All right, can you see my hands?
I can.
Okay, so I am a thrower. So I hold the yarn in my right hand and I sort of tension it under my pinky finger here. I don't kind of wrap it anywhere else. So I hold it under my pinky and then I throw with my right. And then I kind of let go of the yarn every time on the right side and then drop it off, put it through and pick it up again.
Pretty nails.
Hey, thanks. I didn't even know I was going to be doing this tutorial. So what I do, and I didn't realize this before, but I do a lot of pushing and pulling with my index finger and my thumb on my left hand. So I really feed it over with my index finger, and then when I put it through, I use this thumb to hold that stitch in place so that it doesn't fall off. And then I can just pull it off. So push it through, around, and I feel like it's
Sonoma County knitter knits the same way.
Oh, excellent. It's fun to see people who knit like you. It's so funny how it doesn't seem like there's that many different ways of doing this stuff, and yet there is, because there's so many throwers that I've seen how they knit, and I don't do it like they do.
What kind of needles are you using?
Oh, good question. These are Hayas, I believe, not the Sharps. I think the Sharps have the blue cord. These are just the regulars. And I like these. I like the Nova Platinas better for socks, but I have these and I still use them quite often. These are US 1.5 needles with my Knit Circus gradient stripe sock yarn, which it probably would be easier to see if I was using something thicker, but we didn't plan to do this. This is just kind of a little impromptu.
These are socks, and thanks for the hats. And someone's more of a thrower than
a picker?
No, I'm sorry, I missed it.
I'm a thrower.
Then,
so the opposite is picker, a continental knitter. But some people do what they call combination knitting.
And someone asked if you, I make shift continental.
Oh.
And someone's a flicker, that's what they said.
Oh, a flicker, okay.
And someone asked if you ever knit a pair of jean shorts.
A pair of jean shorts. No. That person might not really be a knitting fan. So we won't worry about that.
But you're getting tons of hats.
Well,
so I guess they really like it.
Thank you for the love, everyone. I don't know if this is super interesting, but I know I always like when people show how they knit, so I figured I would show you how I knit.
Okay, Munchkin
throws, but she's learning how to flick.
Can you slow down?
Yes, I can definitely slow down. I always wanted to learn continental because everyone told me that was faster. And then people saw how I knit and told me that I knit pretty fast. So then I stopped.
And someone just asked again, what size needles do you use for socks?
I use US 1.5 needles, which is a 2.5 millimeter. So I'm going to slow down. So I throw with my right hand, bring it through to the front, let go with my left thumb, and push it off. It's so weird doing it in slow motion.
At Rick 1980, I have made 5 scarf arm knitting.
Arm knitting? I've never tried arm knitting. That's when you don't use needles at all. You just do it with your arms. So that is the slow-mo version.
Don't fall asleep.
I'll speed it up just to keep them on their toes.
More hats.
Yay! Fast knitting.
He said it's very easy to do.
I bet it is. I just haven't had a chance to give it a try.
Someone said, I find my fingers get sore when I push against the points to get the loops off.
So I don't push against the points to get the loops off. I hold the rest of the stitches in my left hand, and then I just pull them off with the right. So let me show you that again.
And Charlotte said this is exactly how she knits in the UK.
Excellent. Hey, Charlotte. So when I come around and then bring this one through to the front, then this one is ready to be moved off. I just hold on to these extra two and drop it. So I don't like push with my fingers at all. I know people say that they have trouble, but because I do a lot of yarn management and stitch management with my left thumb, I will show you, I do have some battle scars there. So you can see it's a little bit calloused. It's not super fun, but it's a necessary evil. And I don't poke it with the needle. It's just from rubbing it on the stitches. So I know, right? The things we do for our knitting.
And someone asked how you purl.
Oh, I can show you how I purl. I feel like I'm not a very effective purler.
Knit Daddy said we all bleed for our art.
We do, Greg, we do. All right, I'm going to knit a few stitches just to get into the center so I can show you. So what I used to do for purling probably made no sense at all, and just recently I realized that that was ludicrous, but let me show you what I would do. So I would put the yarn, the right needle through, I would take my left finger and thumb, wrap it over, through and off, so I would have to pick it up every single time, and this is kind of crazy.
Boston Jen's mom is moderating.
Yes, I've got Mom here with me today. What I do now for purling is I hold the yarn in my right hand, which is probably what you're supposed to do. And then I can keep holding it the whole time. Again, I tension it with that right pinky. And then I'm never really letting it go. Well, I guess I am letting it go with these fingers, but it's always in my pinky, and it's pretty easy to pick it back up. I don't think I am super efficient at purling, so if anybody has a better way of purling, I would love to see.
From Australia.
Hey everyone, sorry I can't see the comments while I'm doing this, so please don't think I'm ignoring anyone. I don't loom knit, no, just hand knitting.
You did when you were a little girl. You made placemats with a loom. I don't know if that's the same thing.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know specifically what that's called.
Have you ever tried Continental? It's a lot slower.
Yeah, I have tried Continental, not very much, and it was slow for me. Although I think it's like anything where once you do it, it probably gets
Tensioning
faster.
Around pinky?
Was that a question? Yeah, so when I hold my yarn, I just kind of keep it here under my pinky, so you can't really see it when I'm doing it. But no matter which way I'm doing it, and I don't really hold it tight, I'm just keeping it from falling out. And then whether I'm knitting or purling, it stays there under my pinky.
Scribbles and Knit said, just got to use Continental pearls, didn't find it easy at first.
Yeah, I think that was part of what I didn't like about Continental is I was doing okay with the knitting with what little I practiced, but I couldn't really get the pearls at all with Continental. So
and someone just said not wrapping around pinky first.
Not wrapping around pinky first. No, so I don't wrap the yarn around my hand in any way. A lot of people will kind of weave it through their hands. I don't do any of that. I just hold it underneath like that. But I don't know that that's a huge deal. I think it's just kind of whatever is comfortable for your hands. For me, that was never comfortable. So this is my first set of toe-up socks. So that's pretty exciting. It's so fun to have a cute little toe. The first one is finished. I should have brought it over, but I posted pictures on Instagram today. I'm Boston Gen 1 on Instagram too, if you guys want to see that. So I think that's it, unless anybody else has any other questions. Mom and I are gonna get ready to go record episode 87 of the podcast, if you guys want to tune in.
And Boston Jen's mom does have a Boston accent, and she has her black dog from Martha's Vineyard shirt on. So I know some of you mentioned that you could definitely hear my accent. And if you love children's stories, tune into the podcast because I always have shared children's stories about Jen.
And about the grandkids, usually.
And about the grandkids. But different things that she's done through the years with knitting and crafts and things like that. So
yeah. Always a good time.
See you,
thanks
everybody.
for everyone for hanging out with us. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.